So let's welcome Ishaan Sharma on Journey Story.
2024 के जो ग्रेजुएट्स हैं इंडिया के 80% ऑफ देम स्किल नहीं है, और अगर स्किल बेच भी दी किस कंपनी को बेच सकते हैं या फिर मैं क्या कर सकता था. देयर आर सो मेनी ग्रेजुएट्स हु आर जस्ट doing below their potential by working in TCS, Infosys, Wipro, getting paid 3, 4, 5 LPA, while they could be doing so much better with the skills that they have. You will never be copying anyone when you're doing your perspective, and when you're starting out you need that. People are looking for something different. I knew that I don't have anything else to do, right? I have so much free time, and I know that this is something which can work for me. I just had a belief that this will work for me.
कैसे भूख होती है ना कुछ करने की, आप में क्या था?
मज़ा आ रहा था. 8 to 10 hours I went from idea to the end product, and that to me is what I love. and which आपके पास घड़ी क्यों नहीं बोलता है? The most important time is now. The most important time, that the only time that matters is now. The future, the past doesn't matter. So I don't have a watch.
So let's welcome Ishaan Sharma on Journey Story. कैसे है सर?
बहुत बढ़िया आदित्य. How are you?
सब ठीक? I'm too fine. What about you?
Very good, very good.
So I'll ask you the one question only. The thing is, you have met numerous founders and CEOs and various other YouTubers, entrepreneurs. What the top 3 things you have learned right now? Like from throughout your YouTube journey, throughout your market up journey, throughout everything of yours. The top 3 things.
I think the biggest lessons I've learned from people, there are so many, right? I've met so many founders, I've met so many creators, I keep meeting new people every time. But there are 3 people which have always inspired me the most that I've met. I think the first one has to be meeting Marquez, MKBHD. So I met him at an Apple event. I was in San Francisco in Cupertino at the iPhone launch event for iPhone 16. And he was right there, right next to me shooting for his iPhone 16 video. And I just couldn't believe that mere bagal mein am standing, because I've been a huge, long time follower of his content. He has been making videos for so long. So I met him, I shook hands with him. Obviously, he was too tired to remember anything, but I just loved his dedication to work. So he came. Everyone was, doing something or the other, busy taking photos and other things. He came, he shot his video, and he went back. No meeting people, no networking. He was just to the point. 10, 20 years later, I think he started in 2009.
Right.
So it's like, 15 years? He's been doing it for so long. And even today, he knows his art. He went, shot, came back, made the video. Now he's on to the next, flight. So I think just that creator consistency I have learned from him. So I think he made like 100 videos to get to just 70 subscribers.
Right.
So Marquez has this story. I met him in person. I shook hands with him, and I learned that you have to always stay focused to your craft and keep doing it every single day. And that was the biggest learning that I had. Second, I met Agarwal of OYO. And when I met him, he basically said that let's have lunch first and then we'll do the interview. And before the interview, he basically sat with the entire team of that OYO townhouse. We were shooting in a townhouse. And he did a very honest chat with everyone. So these were these were like people who are, attendants or housekeeping people, not some high authority people, just the smallest of the employee position that you can have. He was sitting with all of them, and he was talking about how this company can be profitable. And he was very blunt about it. He was like, this quarter, we did this much revenue, we did this much, इतना loss है, इतना profit, अगर करना है तो क्या करना होगा, and this is what I need from all of you, तो क्या आप तैयार हो? And it was just that energy that he had when he was communicating everything. Everyone around him was at least 10 years older, right? And there were people who were like 50, 55, 60, and they were all sitting and like attending, hearing him out, understanding what he has to say. It all felt like a family. So if anything, I've just learned how to be
Humble.
Humble is there, but how to also be honest, and how to make sure that people feel like they're part of a family in a company. So that is something which I'm trying to, replicate in my own company. So I treat everyone like a friend, like someone I can just talk myself out. They can talk whatever they are going through. And I think that is one quality which I look up to a lot. Third biggest lesson which I learned from people, there is this amazing kid called Dravya Shah. So Dravya is I think 19, 20-year-old right now. He's from Mumbai but is living in San Francisco. And he has this ability to just figure things out. So he launched an app called Super Memory.
Oh,
And that app did perform really well. He sold that app.
Flipkart.
And
He sold this particular app, I'm not wrong.
no, not to Flipkart. He sold the app
Okay.
and he did everything himself. He did the marketing himself. It's just a one-person team. There's no team. It's just him. It's a one-person business. And so I learned how to just figure things out on your own. And I think, he inspired me to keep, to build stuff, to launch, to see how it is going, to keep going. I did a podcast with him. I, then researched more about what he's doing right now. He left college to come back to San Francisco. He was studying in Arizona State University. He came here in SF to keep building and keep launching stuff. He got funded. He got $2 million as a 19-year-old, which is a pretty big deal as a fundraise. And now he's building things out. So that belief in yourself that you can do it, while you might not have the experience, people your age might be in college, you don't have he doesn't have like a thing that I'm a IITian or I'm a Stanford person. He just loves to build. He does that for a living, documents his journey on Twitter, everyone watches it and they support him because what he's building is actually valuable and works.
So this is all about the other people. ईशान सर जो है उनका विजन क्या है? सिर्फ यूट्यूब को बिजनेस बनाना है या मार्केट अब चलाना है या तो कुछ आपका विजन? ईशान, आपको सब लोग कोई जानता है, सब जानते हैं थ्रू द यूट्यूब. द वे यू मेक द कंटेंट इज ट्रूली फैंटास्टिक. वी ऑल न्यू दैट. बट क्या ही आपका वही विजन है? लोगों को कंटेंट देते रहना, बट एंड ऑफ द डे इसके अलावा कुछ विजन है आपका?
See, you have to understand content karta kya hai and what is my goal with doing content, right? So when I started making videos, I was just documenting my journey. This is here's a interview that I went for. Interview ki recording record karke dal diya. I got my first freelance client. This is how I got it. I got my first whatever opportunity I was getting as a freelancer, as a video editor. I used to edit videos for a lot of people. So I was documenting everything.
Okay.
Here's how I got my internship. So that solved for awareness for people. So if you are a 19-year-old and you want to start making your first 10,000 rupees, I was making a video that can show you a path to get there. I shared my story that, I went on to this platform, I applied to 10 different job postings, I gave the interviews, signed up with one and got in. So I am trying to solve for awareness. When you have awareness, you make better choices. And when you make better choices, you maximize your potential. There are so many graduates. I was reading a study right now that 2024 के जो graduates हैं India, 80% of them are still unemployed. जो एक साल पहले graduate हुए, वो आज तक अभी तक 80% लोग are unemployed because they don't know what to do with themselves. Skill नहीं है, skill है भी तो कैसे है? और अगर skill बेच भी दी, किस company को बेच सकते हैं या फिर मैं क्या कर सकता था? There are so many graduates who are just doing below their potential by working in TCS, Infosys, Wipro, getting paid 3, 4, 5 LPA, while they could be doing so much better with the skills that they have. If they just know how to get a remote job, if they just know which company is hiring and how can I get hired. So I'm trying to solve for awareness.
Okay.
Once you know that there is a freelance opportunity in which you can make $50 an hour, I don't think you will do the same TCS Wipro job, right? Yes, there is a stigma that you need a stable job, your parents will be happy, but that is quickly changing. With time, I know today that my parents and a lot of other parents see the potential in remote work, in freelancing, in even working with high growth startups. Even though you might not be working for years with one person, with one client, with one company, but you would gain enough money plus experience to then keep finding new roles.
Getting new.
And that is what most people don't understand. So my whole goal is to help you get awareness about opportunities, about careers, about digital skills that you can learn to upskill yourself.
Through the YouTube only, nothing more than that. So I want to ask.
Right now, the way to do it is YouTube.
Okay.
Right? But I'm launching many other things. So I'm planning to do a AI hackathon in Mumbai That's going to be next month.
Oh, fantastic.
Inviting people. There'll be 500 people come in. You will get sessions from me, from a lot of other guests. They'll be talking about how they use AI in their life. And then you have to solve. We will have 4 problem statements. Create a AI agent which solves a problem. Create a vibe coding use karke, create an app that can solve for something. Or make a short film using VO3 by Google. So there are 3 problem statements. You solve for that. You then pitch, you win. And that is a way for me to connect with my audience in person. So I've not done an in-person meetup for a very long time. And the part of the reason for that is there's not much to do when you're just meeting people. They just come, they click a picture and then they go. They ask some questions. It's very tiring for me, which is still fine, but you don't get much in return. So I want to do an in-person event, which I can execute by collaborating with companies.
Oh, okay.
And then I make it happen for all of you. So it'll be free for you to join. There'll be a good space. You come in, you sit, you have snacks, you learn from people, network with people, build something cool, pitch, win prizes. It's a win-win for everyone.
Great, Ishaan.
So that is just one way that I'm doing that. There's a lot more which is coming out. I'm building an AI tool of my own. I want
of your own.
Now I'm trying to build an AI tool which will basically help people learn how to create content. So one of the biggest problems which I faced when I was making videos, I was just hitting darts at the board while not knowing which will work, which will not work. So this tool basically helps you simplify. Let's say you want to create content on AI. Let's say you have 3 creators which you're inspired by. So you will enter that, okay, I'm inspired by creator A, creator B, creator C. And then it will understand that you want video ideas for these niches. Then it will suggest you video ideas. Then you
Similar to the
video idea, more better than that. VidIQ will just give you that video idea. But what we do better is you click on that, you get the entire script. You click on that, you get the entire description. You get keywords, you get SEO tags. Then you want a thumbnail, we help you with that as well. So you put your picture, we'll create a thumbnail for you using AI. So you have a thumbnail, you have a script, you have the description, you have everything. Just put that into your YouTube and you good to go. So that's a tool which we are building right now, just to help people execute better as a creator. It's a problem that I faced when I was starting out. So I'm just trying to do more and more things. Podcasting was one of that, through Limitless with Ishaan, which will help me spread more awareness to people. So we did these roundtable podcasts last year, which was a big pain for me to execute because I don't have a 20 people team like Nikhil Kamath does. So I cannot, have all of that. So I try to do everything myself. We did like 5-person podcasts, like 5 log baithe hain and we are talking about something. There are like 6 cameras, there are 5 mics. Then you edit all of that. It's a 4-hour long video. File size is 400 GBs. Then you keep editing that. You make reels from that. It was a big pain, but I did it because I knew that it will be valuable. And those podcasts today are having 300K views, 500K views, 700K views. It is insane. And they're all focused on learnings. And so that has always been the goal.
ईशान, आपने YouTube को बिजनेस कैसे बनाया? आज के डेट में अगर कोई भी YouTube में आएगा, आपने बहुत वीडियोस बनाए हो कि अगर आपको YouTube स्टार्ट करना है तो ये चीज़ें करो. बट एट द सेम टाइम आज के डेट में बहुत कंपटीशन है. जैसे हम कंपनी खोल के उसमें जितना हार्डवर्क करते हैं ना, अब YouTube को भी एक कंपनी ही ट्रीट करना पड़ेगा. खुद की कंपनी है, उसमें इतना, देन ओनली आई थिंक द YouTube विल बी ग्रो. बिकॉज इट्स नॉट अबाउट द वीडियो एंड द एडिटिंग स्टफ, इट्स अबाउट द SEO नाउ. बिकॉज बना लोगे वीडियो, रैंक नहीं करेगा तो क्या फायदा, राइट? सो आप YouTube को बिजनेस बनाए कैसे, और आप बना लिया, और आज के दिन में कैसे बनाएंगे वो बताइए एग्जैक्टली.
I think YouTube should not be thought as a business when you are starting. It should be a way for you to express yourself.
Okay.
So only then you will create something which is your own expression. आपकी जो सोच है, आपका जो नज़रिया है about the world, आपने उसी को वीडियो में अपने डाल लिया
जी,
एंड आपने उससे वीडियो बना दी. ये वीडियो खास है क्योंकि ये आपका पर्सपेक्टिव है. आपका पर्सपेक्टिव इज डिफरेंट. It will always be different. You will never be copying anyone when you're doing your perspective. And when you're starting out, you need that. People are looking for something different. They will watch your video, even if you're talking about the same topic. They will still watch your video versus a big creator because you have a different new perspective to tell. So I see so many new creators coming up and they're popping up because they have a unique way to tell a story. They're able to have a perspective from their life which gives them a different edge, right? Someone who lived in New York, then came back to Bombay, will have different experiences. Right. And now they're starting out their 20s in Bombay, learning everything from scratch. They will have different ways to look at life. Someone who spent his entire childhood in Bihar in a small town in North India has suddenly come to Bangalore, meeting everyone, shocked to see everyone, that will have different experiences. Someone who was living in Assam, right, in the hills, suddenly came to Mumbai to, maybe get into video field, video production, video editing, whatever. That person will have a completely different view of the world, right? So it's all about how you can create a video which you are able to communicate your message with. And when you communicate your message, you become special. I started, the first few videos which took off were all about how I did this, how I did that, how I, got my first internship, my coaching experience for IIT JEE. So I was always sharing my perspective, and that became my voice.
आपका अपना YouTube चैनल आपने कब
2020 January.
2020 जनवरी एंड कितने सब्सक्राइबर के बाद आफ्टर 6 मंथ कितने सब्सक्राइबर थे आपके चैनल पे?
So May of 2021 we hit 100K.
100K within 6 months, first 6 months.
No, 2020 January we started. May 2021 we hit 100K.
Okay, within 1 year.
Yeah, so it was like
It's a huge achievement.
16, 17 months.
एंड उस टाइम पे कितने वीडियोस अपलोड थे उस पर्टिकुलर 1 ईयर की ड्यूरेशन में?
So you can do the math. I was uploading one video every 2 days. So like probably more than 150.
मतलब आप एकदम बस पूरा सिंसियर हो कि
Because I knew that I don't have anything else to do, right? I have so much free time. And I know that this is something which can work for me. I just had a belief that this will work for me. And I just executed on that. I was like, ठीक है, मेरे को 2 दिन में एक वीडियो डालनी ही डालनी. And that made me more confident about myself. मैं जितने महीने consistently वो videos डाल रहा था, हर महीने 15 वीडियो, I was getting more confident about myself कि मैं कुछ ना कुछ तो करी, right? So it builds your self-esteem, your self-respect. You start executing better, and eventually you figure out कि अच्छा ये videos चल रही हैं. And then you double down on that, and that is how the 100K.
ईशान इतना भूख आया कैसे जो इतना 20 रन क्यों करेगा? मतलब कैसे भूख होती है ना कुछ करने की? आप में क्या था वो?
मजा आ रहा था.
बस करने में मजा आ रहा था, एक वीडियो डाल के मजा आ रहा था तो करते रहे.
Exactly, मजा आ रहा था. I was just enjoying the process of, let's say yesterday, right? तो कल क्या हुआ? कल मैंने Twitter खोला. Twitter पे I think I saw a tweet of Sam Altman. Sam Altman said ChatGPT agent just launched and we are doing this with it. I'm more excited. I was like, okay, there's a new thing that is out there. I went down, I went into my house, and I opened up and I had the Pro subscription, so I had access to the ChatGPT agent. And I was like, amazing. I saw the news, I had access to it, let me try it out. So I spent 3-4 hours using ChatGPT agent, and then I was like, let me make a video on this. So I went, I shot a video, sent it to my team here. They edited the whole video and they got it out by 7 o'clock. So in about 8 to 10 hours, I went from idea to the end product. And that to me is what I love. That video is currently doing really well. It's number 1 out of 10 videos, the last 10 videos. And it is just because I was on time, I was really passionate about it, and I just wanted to share the news as soon as possible. So I went ahead with it.
So Ishaan, one more thing from my side. आप मार्केट चला रहे हो, right? It's basically a marketing agency. Generally influencer marketing agency क्यों खोलते हैं? इन्फ्लुएंसर जितने भी इन्फ्लुएंसर्स हैं बहुत लोग हैं जैसे आप वो यूसी मार्केटिंग एजेंसी खोलते हैं बहुत लोग इवन आई हर्ड लाइक मेनी ऑफ देम है बहुत लोग ज़्यादातर इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग एजेंसी हो एंड दे यूजली रन द एजेंसीज.
Name one.
You are the one and definitely I have more but I can't recall it right now because बहुत ट्रैवल करके आया सिस्टम बोर्ड.
Many people don't do that. In my experience, I don't know a lot of people who do it. Most people who are creators, they don't have the skill set to run a business. So most of them are good at making a video, and that's just what they do. I decided that I want to learn everything from reaching out to companies to cracking deals with them, to negotiating with them for every deal, to reviewing all the contracts, reading about it, understanding why are they continuously working with me because they're getting some ROI from me, and why am I valuable to them. So I understood the other side of it as well. I was also in a internship in a marketing in the marketing role in a company, which I also did an influencer marketing campaign. So I understood what a company thinks when they want to do an influencer marketing campaign and how do they measure things. So I learned all of that. Then I started my marketing company because it's a skill which I can then use by starting a business and offering it to companies. Right? So I have built a skill. Now I'm just finding ways to monetize that skill. So marketing companies are a way to do that. I don't have to launch courses. I don't have to sell to my audience. I just have to sell myself to the companies. So what I tell everyone is that I don't have anything to sell you. I make videos. You watch them, you find value from them, that's great, but I don't sell you a course. And I decided that very early on that I want to do something different, because courses are very temporary. I want to do something which lasts a decade, multiple decades and longer than that. And I know it will be slow. We have not taken funding. We don't need funding. We are profitable from the day one itself. And
great.
it is insane to be sitting in the office of a company which was 4 years ago just a thought in my head, right? It was just a thought which turned into a Google Meet with me and my co-founder. He was my roommate back then.
Oh,
So we were just roommates, just thinking about it. And 4 years later, we are sitting in the office of the company with so many people coming in, working, companies that we are working with. So it's an amazing experience. Most creators outsource everything to agencies, right? To talent management agencies, which is not wrong. They're just doing their work, but they're not able to look past their monthly earning. They're not able to look at the 5-year picture, the 10-year picture. If they would realize that they have this opportunity to use the distribution to sell it as a proof of concept to businesses and tell them that I can help you do the same, which is what I did. So I built my channels and I went to companies saying that I can build your own channels as well. Let me help you out with it.
okay.
So now when I meet companies, everywhere I go, I go to New York, I go to SF, I meet companies and tell them just that. Our conversation starts with that. They're like, how in the world do you have 1.5 million subscribers? And then we talk more about that. So that's how I think about it.
Great. So आपने mention किया था you want to build a like business decades तक चले, right? So basically a $1 billion business.
So it doesn't have to be a $1 billion business. It can just be a lifestyle business which does a few crores and that's it.
Yeah, it can be,
Why
but
does it have to? Why does it have to scale?
yeah, that's absolutely right. But at the same time, जितना मैंने अभी तक लोगों से पॉडकास्ट किया, ऑफ कोर्स आप जितना तो नहीं किया, बी ऑनेस्ट विद यू, बट जितने लोगों के साथ किया हो, दे वर लाइक डू वन थिंग एट अ टाइम, लाइक एदर यूट्यूब और एदर मेकिंग द कंपनी. Yesterday I met just Easygo founder Dinesh sir. So he was like कंपनी बनाना ना तो रात भी नहीं करना है उसमें. यूट्यूब नहीं आ रहे हैं कोई पॉडकास्ट. He was suggesting me. So
that's true. That's true for you because so you have to understand that I have a co-founder with me, right? So co-founder, my Saransh basically works on the company full time, and I do what I do best, which is sales. So I will get in front of the customer. I will sell the company to them, the package that
at the back end, Saransh.
and then Saransh takes care of the operations of it, the legal part of it, the finance, and I do what I can do best, which is being the brand, being the face. And then I make videos. So it's all interlinked, right? If my channel flops, then the companies will be like, okay, he doesn't know how to manage YouTube, so we should not work with him. So it's all connected.
Underlying.
Yeah. So the company cannot survive without my channel, without the trust that I built with the customers and meeting them.
Great. And even आपके सबको पता है 15 lakhs a month आपने अर्न किए थे. अब इसमें बहुत बेसिकली बहुत वायरल हुआ ना आपका चीज़, कैसे अर्न किए थे वो भी मैंने देखा आपका. सो लिटरली वन ऑफ द फंटेस्टिक यार. अब दूसरे कैसे अर्न कर सकते हैं लिटरली एट द इनिशियल स्टेज. आज कोई यूट्यूब स्टार्ट करना चाहता है, पहला स्टेप आप रहते तो क्या लेते? आज के पहला स्टेप, फर्स्ट स्टेप यू.
मैं एक नीश ढूंढता जहाँ पे मैं अपनी एक्सपर्टीज शेयर कर सकता हूँ, जहाँ पर मैं जो नीश लोग वीडियो बना रहे हैं और लोग क्यूरियस हैं उसे, लेट्स से एआई या फिर लेट्स से फ्रीलांसिंग या डिजिटल मार्केटिंग या बहुत सारे नीशेज हैं, बहुत सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्री चैनल्स बन रहे हैं आजकल एंड दोज आर वर्किंग वेरी वेल. यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट ऐसे स्पेसेस जहाँ पे नई और आगे भी आता है. स्पेस विल ग्रो. हमेशा रहते हैं उस तरह के स्पेस है. लोगों को हर चीज़ में इंटरेस्ट, जैसे अभी इंडिया में बहुत सारे लोग पहली बार फ्लाइट ले रहे हैं, राइट? देयर वाज अ स्टैट which said that, I don't know if it is true right now, but back in 2022 it was said that on every flight which takes off in India domestically, 50% of travelers are traveling for the first time. वो उनकी पहली फ्लाइट है. मैं आज भी मिलता हूँ लोगों से, मेरे अगल बैठे होते हैं, जैसे एक फ्लाई कर रहा हूँ, डर लग रहा है वो. And so for example we know that there are a lot of people who travel for the first time. पहली बार they're taking a flight, they'll keep taking flights, but this is a new sector. So what if you start a channel on just covering airlines, lounges? Either you can talk about the experience as a customer or you can talk about the business angle of airlines, of the whole industry. There are various things that you can do in this. Credit cards. India has always been a country which hates credit. Now, because of all the lucrative offers, everyone wants a credit card. And so while we are getting new credit cards, people are more curious about like how do I maximize my credit card, especially all the people who are working in corporate. So they want to know how to maximize it. So let's make a channel on that. A lot of people who've just started making videos are going viral because of that. Because people are curious about it. That how do I, get a 10% discount on say in gas, ya say get a pre-flight, get a business class ticket. So they do that and it is working. So find spaces like these which have newer audiences coming in.
आपके पर्सपेक्टिव से एक कोई सी स्पेस बताइए जहाँ पे ऑडियंस
दो बता दिए, एक कार्ड बताओ। क्रेडिट कार्ड नहीं है तो पर एटलीस्ट एयरलाइन सेक्टर तो है ना।
एयरलाइन
I've literally seen 2-3 channels who are just starting out. Airline हो गया, travel हो गया. Either cover travel कि अच्छा how do you travel to every city if you are a traveler, that is like if you love traveling then do that. So find things like that and it should also, as I said, relate to you. Say if you just love traveling, make a video, make a channel about that. Here's how you can travel to Bali. Here's how I traveled to Bali and saved this much money. Or here's all the places that I saw in and around Bali. That content is working very well. People want to study abroad. That's a new space which is coming up. There's so many Indian students who want to go outside. They have a lot of money to pay as well. And because of that, lots of new companies are popping up to give them services. Plus, you can be the one who's educating them. Obviously, if you have the experience, if you've traveled abroad, just if you have studied abroad, then you can open a YouTube channel on that. So depending on what expertise you have, and if there is a new market opening up for that, you bind them together and you create something new and you grow.
ग्रेट। अगर मैं पूछूं कल का शेड्यूल क्या था आपका, ये कर पूरा दिन भर बस शेड्यूल बताइए। जस्ट आई वांट टू नो हाउ द Ishaan spends time basically in a day.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter. So I met the founder of NVIDIA, Jensen Huang. He said that he didn't have a watch. And which आप डरी क्यों नहीं? बोलता है the most important time is now. The most important time, that the only time that matters is now. The future, the past doesn't matter. So I don't have a watch. And I was blown away by that.
Oh my God, there are so many.
So what matters is now and just focus on the now. If I will tell you what I did in the past, I'll be disrespecting the now. That's why I told you, I cannot, you were calling me 1 week before, right? Can we do the podcast? I said just text me that day. I'll tell you if the day allows. So I told you कि आज नहीं हो पाएगा, कल करते हैं. And we are here right now.
Great भाई,
ठीक है?
great Ishaan. That's fine. Thank you so much, Ishaan. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
So thank you so much, guys. This is Arun Gupta signing off for the day.